Hey, what's going on guys? Nost here. Hari ini kita lanjutin lagi Archon Quest PW. Jadi terakhir pas kita baru beres persiapan Rite of Parting sama si Zhongli, tiba-tiba ada cewek yang datengin kita namanya Ganyu. Ternyata dia ngundang kita untuk ke Jade Chambernya si Ningguang guys. Oke, biar nggak penasaran kita langsung lihat aja kelanjutannya. Oke guys, sekarang kita harus ke Mount Tianheng ya. Kita perjalanan dulu guys. Ini kayaknya di atas jauh banget. Akhirnya kita nyampe di puncak gunung Tianheng ya. Nah ini Jade Chamber, tempatnya si Ningguang tinggal guys. Oh tapi kita nggak tahu cara untuk ke sana guys. Naik apa ya? Harusnya kita nanya si Ganyu ya, yang terakhir ngajak kita untuk ke si Ningguang.
Its location on the map is the sensible thing to do. Let's look around. There has to be a way up there nearby.
Kita harus cari jalan kayaknya nih guys. Sepertinya ada sesuatu di sini. Oh, harus pakai angin dong.
Hey, look. There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the way.
Kita harus pakai karakter yang elemennya angin ya. Coba kita lihat. Ganti dulu partinya. Kita pakai Traveler aja ya. Atau Venti. Gue punya Venti sekarang ya.
Give me a moment to compose my.
Kita lihat kemampuan si Venti. Oh, ini jadi ada jalan ya. Kita lihat. Eits. Wah, ini harus cepet-cepet guys. Kita harus cepet nih guys. Kalau nggak kita nggak bisa nyampe sana. Oke, hampir jatuh.
It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top.
Masih terlalu jauh ternyata.
Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it. If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh,
Apa nih?
hang on a moment. Look down there.
Katanya di bawah ada sesuatu.
Close to the Guizhong Ballista.
Kita dekat sama Guizhong Ballista ini ya, yang kemarin kita benerin ya.
Paimon has a new idea. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
Gila juga nih orang.
Right.
Gila juga si Paimon. Kita katanya disuruh pakai si balistanya itu dipentalin ke atas. Gimana ceritanya?
Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Kita harus pakai si Guizhong Ballista ini untuk cari jalan guys. Karena waktu itu inget, kalau kalian inget ada scope-nya. Kita buka dulu. Dapat Primo Gem 2 ya. Sekarang ke Guizhong Ballista. Oh, itu dijaga kayak sama ini ya, penjaga gitu guys. Kita bisa diem-diem langsung ke sini gak ya? Nah, udah di sini nih gua. Gak bisa, kayaknya kita harus samperin guys.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Hah?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait.
Apa
Maybe
nih?
this was Ningguang's plan all
Kita nggak boleh pakai si balistanya ya.
She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad. You, over there. This is a trick, isn't it?
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at
Wah,
once!
kita mau ditangkap dong.
Well, here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Kita mau lawan penjaganya nih, padahal harusnya ngomong baik-baik aja guys. Bantai aja sama kita, ya gak?
Let night fall. Brace yourself. yourselves.
Oke. Jujurnya venti gue masih cupu ya, belum dinaikin. Apalagi senjatanya juga masih sampah banget.
Fairy Flame, attack!
Who goes there?
Oke. Oh, ada lagi?
Attack!
I summon thee.
Lumayan agak tebal juga ya di guard ini. Melelit ya.
Force my blade.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Pakai ini, kita pakai ini coba.
Take the target alive!
Ah,
Submit for judgment. A touch of frost.
To arms!
banyak banget dong penjaganya ya. Mungkin karena ini benda yang dibuat sama Adepta ya, jadi ini penting banget. Jadi dijaga ketat guys. Karena terakhir di ceritanya yang sebelumnya kita sama si Zhongli itu ini si balisnya dihancurin sama treasure hoarder guys. Jadi harus dijaga dengan ketat nih, kalau nggak hancur lagi. Padahal alat ini kan dipakai untuk menjaga kotanya guys, untuk menjaga si Liyue.
My blade. Fairy Flame.
Oke mantap. Habis.
Stop. What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
We're just looking for the way to the Jade Chamber.
You want to go to the
Oh.
Jade Chamber?
Catching nih.
We're invited guests here to look for the Liyue Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the
Kuching.
Yukong of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes?
Oh bener-bener, ternyata si Ningguang beneran
Here in the mountains.
invite kita ya, bukannya cuma jebakan guys.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate
Lah
that
kita kan yang
occurrence.
benerin kan?
These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Anyway, for a mortal to be
Si
able to
Paimon
repair
soalnya
an
emang
adepti
dia
mechanism
marah,
is
guys,
quite the
ternyata orangnya.
mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuhang, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that
Kuching.
Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue
Si
as well.
Kacing ini dia
When you say
hero bintang
protect,
5 guys. Jadi
You're
kalau
referring to their sanctimonious arrogance,
yang pengen
aren't
ini
you?
mungkin agak susah dapetnya guys. Karena kalian tahu sendiri rate gacha kan emang
You
rendah
are
banget ya
mortals
untuk yang
and
bintang
thus
5.
under their protection.
Ya
There
hero
was no
DPS
way
bagus
they
banget
would
guys.
have
Elemennya
regarded you
listrik.
as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally,
Gua belum
they would
beruntung
also
untuk
regard
dapet si Kacing
Ningguang's
ini. Gua juga
locking
pengen
down the
sebenarnya.
area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well,
Ada
for Ningguang,
pertemuan Adepti
she would
guys.
talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber.
Oke, let's go ke Jade Chamber.
Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the
Tapi
gills all
mendingan
the
kita
way
nanya ke
till
dia gak
next
sih
year.
gimana cara ke Jade
The
Chambernya?
cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber is the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Leah's culture. We need to get one.
Oh,
Not to curry favor or anything, just to...
oh kita harus bawa hadiah kayaknya ya untuk
Alright.
ketemu si
You can
Ningguang.
decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng.
Oh, nggak usah ke Mount Tianheng
Go back
katanya.
to Liyue Harbor.
Suruh ke Liyue
Find a
Harbor,
guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and
terus ke Yuehai Pavilion cari
well
guide.
then. May we meet again, traveler.
Oke, sekarang kemana dulu guys?
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when
Nah,
we see
hadiah
her?
buat Ningguang apa ya?
Oh, right!
Dia kan udah kaya banget
Paimon
guys.
dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar frosted slime.
Si Paimon pengennya
has a
ngasih
feeling that
makanan.
It would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope. But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shakalaka. Let's go gather
Aduh.
ingredients. Time.
Ternyata kita nggak punya resepnya guys. Jadi ini makanan buatannya si Paimon dalam mimpinya. Sekarang kita suruh cari ingredients di Dunyo Ruins ya. Kita langsung jalan ke sini aja. Oke guys, kita udah sampai di tempat yang pertama ya.
It looks crystal clear.
Kita suruh lawan ini nih,
Delicious.
si slime-nya.
The one.
Mungkin nih makanannya terbuat dari slime ya.
A touch of frost.
Oke. Nyamuk ganggu aja. Oke, satu udah. Kita lanjut lagi ke yang kedua. Ada apa nih tempat kedua ya? Ada orang-orang guys. Kayaknya treasure hoarder ya.
Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Huh? Did you hear that? It seemed like it came from those ruins over there.
Ah, ada yang di penjara guys ternyata.
Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
Oh, si treasure hoardernya dia nangkep orang ini di penjara, nggak tahu kenapa. Ditangkap ya, kita coba bantuin aja guys. Treasure hoarder kan biasanya orang jahat.
Night Phantasmagoria. Twist and rectify. Submit for judgment. Broken.
Oke.
Insubordination.
Broken. Submit for judgment. Broken.
Boba, get them. They're really hurt.
Oke, habis. Kita apa nih? Oh, suruh ambil sweet flower-nya sama kita sekarang bebasin sih siapa nih? Mengdan namanya ya. Kita ngomong dulu sama dia.
Thank you for
Terima
your
kasih,
help,
Traveler,
fellow
katanya.
travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange
Dia kenapa
my
ditangkap
face.
ya?
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you both.
Santai aja, bro.
Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing
Oh,
jewelry.
dia
in Liyue
supplier.
Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques.
Oh, dia supplier ini jewelry ya.
I never expected that those treasure
Ya,
hoarders would have their
perhiasan,
eyes on the
guys.
same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me. Is there anything that you
Pantesan aja
like?
ditangkap karena dia orang kaya
Antiques,
kayaknya.
treasure, various
Dia
knickknacks.
punya barang-barang berharga.
Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of
Oh, kita mau minta
we do.
box.
How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations. Now,
Di
just give me a
Mingxing
moment
Jewelry
and
nama
I'll let
tokonya
the
guys.
boss
Kita
know.
harus ke sana
You
mungkin
can
ya.
go see her whenever you require that box.
Great! Paimon Sugar Frosted Slime now comes in a beautiful package.
Oke, sekarang ke Mingxing Jewelry. Kita lihat. Nah, di sini guys. Oke, kita sampai di Mingxing Jewelry ya.
A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Meng already told me about it.
Wah, dia
Thank you
udah
both
kasih
for
tahu duluan
saving
dong.
him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen
Oh, ini
to him, it would be
perhiasan-perhiasannya ya.
impossible for us
Bagus
to
juga ya.
continue doing business.
Mungkin tuh ada kalung, ada anting.
Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history.
Wah,
It's already been cleaned.
di boxnya aja udah 140 tahun umurnya guys.
Yep, it's great. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Kita mau pinjem
Please help
barang lain lagi.
yourselves.
Apa nih ya?
As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only
Wah.
sugar frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Kita mau minta barang antik juga katanya guys.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations too.
Kita dikasih dekorasi juga guys.
It looks beautiful!
Mantap, nih hadiahnya ya, bagus juga bentuknya.
Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the
Let's
Jade
go
Chamber
ke
to
Jade
see
Chamber
Ningguang.
tuh untuk ketemu Ningguang ya. Sekarang kita harus cari guide-nya ya, si guide-nya. Kata si siapa tadi? Si Kecing. Guide-nya di... Waduh, di atas. Kita terbang dari atas aja ya. Oke, kita udah ketemu sama si...
According to
Buyun.
Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Wah,
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this
Oh.
to ascend to the chamber.
itu passwordnya guys. Password untuk ke
Yes,
Jade Chamber.
speaking
Punyanya si
of which,
Ningguang.
Are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep,
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
Kenapa nih? Kodenya bukan buat kita ternyata guys. Buat Yuheng, si Kecing. Oke, kita ketemu sama si Ningguang nih.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyen Karst.
it's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks.
Si Ningguangnya mata merah ya.
It seems that I have made things difficult for you
Dia
considering
keseringan
that
main
you were
komputer kayaknya,
supposed to
guys.
be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
Nice place, this Jade Chamber.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain.
Gue bingung kenapa
From
ini
this
si
vantage
tempat ini
point,
bisa
one may
melayang ya.
survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one
Oh,
room.
pertamanya katanya cuma satu ruangan
Now,
doang.
it is large enough to blot
Cuman
out the
sekarang
moon
kita
in the
dia
skies
udah
above Liyue.
memperbesar lagi tempatnya guys. Nggak ngerti gue
One
gimana
day,
caranya.
I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have
Gak
been
banyak
in
orang yang bisa datang ke
correspondence
sini guys
with
katanya.
acting
Kita salah satu
Grand
orang yang
Master of the
beruntung untuk
Knights of
datang ke sini.
Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been
Oh, dia udah
putting
ngobrol sama si
eyes
Jin
and
katanya.
ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Dia udah tahu kita datang ke Wangshu Inn. Dari awal kita ke Wangshu Inn dia udah tahu.
Was Vergoldet one of your people?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
Wah, di Wangshu Inn katanya orang-orangnya dia semua guys.
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the
Dia
sky
udah tahu
so
semuanya.
were
Kita ke
you?
Guizhong Ballista untuk ketemu si Kecing juga dia udah tahu.
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Oh, alasan dia ngundang kita ke sini untuk memperbaiki kesalahpahaman ya. Sky is the limit. Speak to Ningguang.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Archon War? Oh, yang zaman dulu
Many
kayaknya ya.
gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago.
2000 tahun yang
In
lalu.
the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the
Jadi dulu
corpses
tuh
of
ada
the
perang
vanquished,
Archon.
and thus began
Tadinya
the
ada banyak
era of
Archon
the
guys.
Seven.
Dewa-dewa ada banyak. Cuman yang sisa tinggal 7.
You
Nah,
can
jadi
see
sekarang bikin 7
Goyungstone
kota ini.
Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation.
Salah satunya si Venti kayaknya
Those
guys.
are giant spears of
Dia
rock
menang perang ya,
hurled by
jago juga
Rex
dia
Lapis
berarti.
during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the Seven changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue. But the Order of the Seven will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or
Oh,
later.
bakal ada dewa lain yang gantiin si
Yet,
Rex
how are we
Lapis.
to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and
Padahal kita masih
Adepti
bingung ya,
will
kenapa si
surely
Rex
be
Lapis itu
different
bisa
from
mati
before.
guys. Siapa yang ngebunuh?
Even
Atau dia
in
tuh
a
kenapa?
new era, the Liyue
Soalnya waktu
Qixing
kita lihat kan
remain
dia
Rex
cuman
Lapis's
jatuh dari langit
former
doang guys.
subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has
Oh, dia tahu
long lain
juga
hidden within the
kenapa
harbor.
kita yang diincar waktu itu ya.
If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
Siapa ya musuhnya yang kita omongin ini? Mungkin.
What do you think, traveler?
Oh,
Huh? What
Child
are you
kayaknya.
talking about?
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed.
Him tuh kayak child
But
sih.
the wind is a little
Kalau
strong.
si Zhongli kayaknya kelihatannya
Our
orang baik
preparations
guys.
to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
Oke, kita sekarang masuk ke ruangannya ya. Kita lihat ruangannya kayak apa nih. Rumah melayang orang kaya.
Wowee! What a
Wow,
Paimon's
bagus
never
banget.
seen such a fancy place before.
Kita loncat-loncat di rumah orang kaya. Wah gila rumahnya.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Apa?
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Legendary Wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers
Oh,
are talking about
yang
it.
storytellers kasih tahu itu ya.
Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets, but the secrets of the mercantile world are of no
Apa nih? Kayaknya ada yang
interest
bisa
to you.
diambil tuh guys.
Are they,
Ada yang mengkilat-mengkilat ya.
If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching,
Wah. Pilih siapa ya?
you'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling.
Kita pilih Kecing.
I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that
Wah, ini
truth,
kan yang tadi
then
diomongin
what
sama si Kecing ya.
future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us.
Wah.
But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed, it seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their
Di
diplomatic
Fatui ini
remit.
setiap kali ada event-event
As
yang
the
merugikan
Tianquan,
gini kayak si
one
Rex
responsible
Lapis
for Liyue,
meninggal,
I
terus
cannot be too
si
concerned
Storm
with
Terror kemarin
appearances when
nyerang tuh dia
opposing them.
selalu masuk-masuk untuk ya dia cari-cari
Allowing the
kesempatan lah
right
guys
parting
untuk
to
ambil
take
alih ya
place
kayaknya.
Was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Apalagi Paimon?
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift
Waduh.
gets a little something in return.
Si Paimon
So,
nagih
does that include us?
itu dong. Balasan hadiah yang tadi, ngaco.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made
Si
quite
Paimon
a
ini
bit of
kocak
trouble
nih.
for you recently. How about this? You can pick any
You
one
can pick
object
any one
here
object here as you
please,
please.
and you may take it with you.
Kita boleh ambil apapun yang ada di sini.
Yay! Paimon
Satu
was
tapi.
just waiting for you to say that. Let's see. What should we get? One of the sheets on that wall.
Hah?
Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a
Duit mulu si Paimon ya.
untorn sheet would sell for.
Kayaknya ada sesuatu yang kita bisa ambil lebih berharga guys.
The biggest one.
Ah serius? Ini apa nih? Nah ini mah cuman buku doang. Kita suruh kesini kayaknya.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one.
Serius mau ambil kertas doang?
La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here.
Kayak peta gitu guys. Ada lingkaran merahnya nandain satu tempat ya
Whatever
kayaknya.
it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission.
Sigil of permission.
Something, something. Fatui research,
Research copy. Apa ya?
Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of permission. Oh,
Jadi si Ningguang ini udah tahu kalau si Fatui, si Child kemarin udah punya Sigil of permission yang dikasih ke kita ya.
Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves. That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks
Kita
she's
harus
the
cari tahu
one
tetap
who
sendiri ya.
protects us.
Kebenarannya belum tentu nih kertas-kertas ini benar.
Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good.
Oke, kita bakal ke tempat yang ada di peta tadi ya. Quest completed. Sekarang ke add to the location mark on the paper snow. Kemana nih? Cara keluar gimana ya? Ini harus ke atas lagi guys. Nah itu.
This gives good market insight.
Oke. Jauh juga tempatnya. Coba kita teleport aja. Oke. Wah, banyak Fatui dong. Ini bakal ada sesuatu di sini guys yang disembunyikan ya.
There really were Fatui at the location.
Kita bantai aja dulu Fatui-Fatui ini. Satu mati. Terus yang kedua. Satu yang ini paling tebel nih. Yang bawa palu ini biasanya paling tebel dia emang. Damage-nya juga sakit banget guys. Nah kalau ini mah cek-cek nih. Oke, di atas ada satu lagi kayaknya. Dia nembak pakai api ya. Tuh, ini nggak enak banget posisinya dong. Ah. Oke, habis. Suruh investigasi tempatnya. Coba kita masuk ke sini. Ya nggak ada apa-apa ya. Apa di atas? Bukan. Ini gitu. Nah. Banyak talisman katanya.
And some stacks of blank paper too. Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where? Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you.
Sigil of permissionnya ternyata bukan yang asli, guys.
But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of
Iya bener.
in hopes of
Itu yang kita punya itu Sigil of Permissionnya bukan yang asli, jadi dia itu kopian.
being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous. And the plot thickens.
Tapi kok si adeptanya yang kita bawa kok dia percaya itu ya Sigil of Permissions ya?
Alright, that's enough sticking around
Harusnya
here.
kalau mereka emang dewa kan
With Zhang Li soon.
harusnya tahu itu bukan yang asli gitu.
The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh.
Nah sekarang kita ke Dihua Marsh untuk ketemu si Zhongli lagi ya sesuai janjinya di Archon Quest yang terakhir. Lah ada si Fatui lagi dong, langsung aja lah. Dihua Marsh. Oke guys, lumayan jauh perjalanannya, langsung aja. Oke, Zhongli sudah menunggu. Let's go.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your
Si
visit
Om
to
ini
the
emang suaranya
Jade
berat
Chamber?
banget ya.
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
Ngobrol apa katanya?
Super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Business people are always friendly.
Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. He thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti
Nah,
has
ini
long
lagi
passed.
diomongin lagi.
If even the Liyue
The time of the
Qixing don't want to face
Adepti
that
has
truth,
long passed.
then what future is there for Liyue?
No
No
respect,
respect
for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only
Ningguang emang
relied on
pinter banget sih.
herself to
Kalau nggak dia
rise to
gimana
her
cara bisa
current
kaya gitu ya?
position. No ordinary person could ever achieve
Business
that.
woman.
It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of
Oh.
course.
All Ningguang
Hal
talked
terpenting
about was
untuk
the
Ningguang,
Fatui this and the
duit.
Fatui that. She
Duit,
said
duit.
that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
Ya betul, kita harus selalu hati-hati sama Fatui ya, karena emang dia tuh, mereka tuh ada rencana di
Yes,
balik
as a
ini
matter
nih.
of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Kita bakal cari wild glaze lilies.
But why did we
Gue
come
udah punya
all the
sih,
way
setahu
out
gua.
here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Oh, right. Paimon remembers that Madame Ping
Iya kan?
was always tending to flowers.
Yang dikasih lihat sama si Madam Ping itu, gue udah ngambil beberapa sih.
No, those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower.
Harus ambil yang
Before
liar
the
guys,
Archon,
berarti yang emang dia
Dihua
tumbuh di
Marsh was all dry land and
natural
fertile
habitat
soil.
ya, bukan yang ditanam
But the
sama
war
orang.
caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Singing to the flowers will make them
Kita
more
harus
fragrant.
nyanyi ke bunganya supaya dia lebih wangi katanya guys.
So how good is your singing?
Emang kita bisa nyanyi ya?
Why doesn't Paimon
Gue sendiri sih nggak bisa
believe
nyanyi guys.
you?
We'll only know once he starts singing.
Oke, sampai di sini dulu videonya. Thanks banget buat semuanya yang udah nonton dan support terus. Buat kalian yang suka jangan lupa like, share, and subscribe ya. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay and thank you very much for watching.